Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Sketchbook 12. Before I jump into the art and everything, ooh, great, things are already falling out. I wanted to go over the sketchbook itself a little bit. I made this sketchbook out of an old book I had and some random paper. I think no, this isn't the first sketchbook I've used that I made myself, but it is the first one I've finished that I made myself. The other one, I made it with paper that was so crappy I had to quit like 10 pages in. But yeah, so I wrote on the spine, Sketchbook 12, and I did this whole weird pattern thing. But yeah, so Sketchbook 12, I started this in the 4th month, and my brain won't let me remember which month that is, so that's great. You can figure that out. And I ended it actually today. I'm recording this to the day that I finished the sketchbook. So it took me about 8 months, give or take, to finish this, which I think is a little too long for me. I think I get a bit bored with a sketchbook after 4 or 5 months. I get a little bit sick of it, and then I slow down a lot when filling it. And then the other thing with the sketchbook is the paper I used is weird. It's like really rough and it's really blue. It's really blue. And that started to tick me off after the first little bit. But yeah, anyway. So, Sketchbook 12. This is the first thing I drew in the sketchbook. Just a tree. And this little unicorn that I saw like advertised to me somewhere. I thought it was adorable. It was like this rubber toy. I drew this while I was listening to not Six of Crows, the other one. Fuck. Is it Six of Crows? Never mind, I can't remember. The one with the yeah, the guy who can take things out of his dreams, that one. I was re-listening to that, and then I listened to the series that came after it, so that's what I always think of when I see this page. I meant to put, like, more colors, then I decided that this was good enough. We have an owl, really bad thumbnailed comic, notes to myself. Oh, this is one of the little characters from the book I just told you about. Just doodling some flowers. I was really enjoying having a sketchbook again when I first got into this, so I drew a lot in the first couple days of having this. Yeah, these are mostly kind of from my head. Just doodles. This is a character of mine. He's also associated with crows. I think I was just thinking of him because of those books. And these. This was for fun. This is actually crayon. So this is a crayon portrait just from, like, I don't know, a picture I found on Pinterest. This is Blueberry Cat. I have these two paints that I thought really made the perfect sort of blueberry color. And so, I don't know, I just wanted to draw Blueberry Cat. This, let's see if that's centered. This is, I was gonna paint it. Then I decided I wanted to paint it bigger. But this is the dining room from an old PC game. This is I Spy Spooky Mansion. If you recognize this without me needing to tell you, you're cool. Yeah, I was originally going to do this in gouache, I really do think I sketched it out pretty well. But yeah, like I said, I wanted to do it bigger, so I didn't do that. God, I a lot. This was from an idea I had. I never really fleshed it out beyond these little characters, or these potential characters. Oh my god, that is not in frame. I never planned it out beyond these initial little woodland creature designs. I think they're cute. I think my favorite is my favorites, because I can't have one. My favorites are probably the rabbit and the frog and maybe the squirrel. I think those are all really cute. But yeah, that was just an idea for a potential future project. I don't know if I'll ever do it. Notes to self, some colors. Not entirely sure what I was making all of these. Oh, okay. These are pencil colors that I wanted to try from the Pentel. No, not Pentel. Maybe? I don't know. Colored pencils. Doesn't matter. These are doodles. Unfortunately, I can't show you this picture back here. Unfortunate, because I actually think it turned out pretty nice, but that's what I get. That's the silhouette of a bird on the roof outside the window that I sit next to at my desk, and I just thought it was a very silly looking silhouette, so I drew that. A mushroom, another piece of art I can't show you. This is an iris, and just some like watercolor doodles, really. This page was initially really boring, so I stuck in a bunch of stuff that I'd done on scrap paper. So we've got swatches of some fairly opaque watercolors on black watercolor paper, a little leftover paint mountain, some watercolor swatches. And then under that, there's some eyes. This is a thumbnail for an idea I had, and I was just doodling ideas for things, so I didn't think they were particularly interesting. This page is also full of stuff I can't show you, so I covered it with this. I ended up needing to cut it in half because something about how it was folded. Every time I closed the sketchbook, the tape would peel off, and that kind of defeated the purpose of taping that in. More stuff just layered in to make it interesting. Another thing I can't show you. A really bad centaur. It's okay. He can be ugly. That's fine. Oh, I like this little mermaid doodle I did. Did that with my fountain pen. In this page, I was mostly just breaking down like different images I saw online, really simplifying them to see what it was about them that made them interesting to me. So these are like pretty simplified and abstracted versions of what I was looking at. And then there was some close-ups of like butterflies. I think I did a good job on that one. That one looks really nice. And then this was an idea I got from looking at I think it was like a volcano or something. But it really made me think of like, to me it looked like a pit of like fire where people were slowly falling into. So that's charming. This is someone else's illustration that I thought was cool, and I copied it down. I liked the colors a lot, and then I used it to kind of explore using different shapes for character design. I thought that was fun. And yeah, that is the loosest possible interpretation of that character. This is an idea I had a long time ago. I would like to paint that, like, for real. I think that's really cool. At the time, we had this is crimson clover. We had crimson clover blooming all throughout our yard, so I took some inside and put it on the windowsill, and then I painted it. I think that turned out really, really nice. And I was watching Pirates of the Caribbean again right around this time, so I doodled this afterwards and some weird fish. This was an idea for like something for like a weird tiny couch I could have built. I don't know. These are the ideas I have. Some doodles. I can't show you that. A mushroom. This is from a picture online. I really should just paint the mushrooms that I've taken pictures of, but no, I paint the ones I find online, because that makes total sense. Some bookbinding ideas, a weird idea I had. This is, at this point, I had moved on to reading Green Glass House and all the books associated with that, and right then I was actually listening to the Raconteur's Commonplace book, and a character in that, a character of a story inside that story, is Fred and Morty Tucker, the three-headed donkey, and I just thought he sounded delightful. A list of things for me to do or consider. I added this border a lot later because I thought the page was boring. I think it's really cute. This is the plant that's in my bedroom. I think I was covering up some... Yeah, I was just covering up some like color splashes. I thought it was a little bit of a waste of a page, so I put some leftover paint on it, and then I drew the plant I have. Yeah, this is my lady palm. It's a really nice plant. Picture off of Pinterest. I thought she had cool vibes. Some vegetables, a rat. Very fascinating stuff. Honestly, I think these vegetables are really cute. This guy, I came back to, and I just kept doodling on this page and adding to it for ages and ages. Like, I did the initial sketch, and I thought it was okay, and then I added the cross-hatching, and I thought I messed it up, and then I added colors, and I thought I messed it up more, and then I added a wash of watercolor to darken the whole thing, and it just went on and on and on. And it went from okay to really bad to, okay, this isn't good, but it could be going somewhere. Like, this could be the basis of something actually cool in the future, which definitely wasn't for a long time there. Yeah, this is yet another attempt at me drawing an OC of mine. I can't draw him. I swear he's cursed. An imagination landscape from with leftover paint. This is pretty old, but I just taped it in because I thought this page was a little boring. I was playing around with some crayons just for fun, and do this weird Seussian tree, which, okay, yeah. And then I did carbon much later and taped him in here, and I think this actually looks a lot like him. This isn't exactly right. It's not like a super good drawing, but I do think it actually captures what I want him to look like, which is good. Of course, he does not look great. He looks weird. But you can't win them all. And carbon finally looks right. These are just some things. This was like a promotional mini print from someone at, actually at my local Pride festival. A little sticker from something I bought, a little note from something else I bought. Some doodled sea creatures. These are just pocket brush pen, the Pentel pocket brush pen, and then neon colored pencils. I think they turned out mostly okay. I like him. I don't like that shadow. That shadow really just screws over the whole page. That was a bad idea. Some garden planning, and an idea for maybe a future sticker. I don't know. I thought it was cute. If I ever do stickers, I feel like I'd like to do that. But yeah, let me see if I can't show you, because I think this turned out really pretty, actually. Ooh, that, I really like this page. I like this, I really like these sheep things. I don't know. They've got a name. And this is a gouache background with liquid graphite on top and a little bit of white chalk pencil, or yeah, white chalk pastel pencil, whatever you want to call it. I really like it. I like how the grass turned out. The texture, that's cool. This is okay, except that hand is totally screwed up. You can see me like trying to fix it multiple times. This is a spread of me trying to paint Sphinx cats. So I did all these drawings first. I really like Sphinx cats. I think they're really, really cute. So I did all these preparatory... What? I did all these drawings in preparation for painting this guy. I think he's pretty cute. My initial idea was to have him in like a mint, like a pastel mint hoodie, and somehow I just forgot. And it's dark teal. I don't know. I guess that's how the cookie crumbles. Some vague thumbnail ideas. A note I made to myself. Ooh, a cursed self-portrait. That's creepy. Little tag from something I got that I thought was kind of pretty. Figuring out how I wanted to draw ponies. I actually collect vintage ones, vintage My Little Ponies, and so I wanted to figure out how to draw them, and you can see I did this one first, and it's just bad. I did this one next, and it's not bad, but it's not how I want them to look. And then I did this one, and this one's like perfect. This one is perfection. I did ultimately end up thinking that I want their legs a little longer, like just a little bit, because I think that's nice. It gives more room for the hair and all that, but otherwise, absolutely perfect. Love it. And these are just little doodles I added later because there was this empty space, and I didn't really want to commit to another whole pony, but these are all my own ideas for pony designs. Figuring out sort of logo for myself. I drew a little rat. I think he's very cute. This was meant to be the ocean. I kind of messed it up. There was supposed to be clean gaps of white between all of them, and that didn't end up working out. I messed it up, so it just goes in the sketchbook. This is me swatching and kind of mixing my neon paints. Rubber Ducky Ice Pod, and then I did that from Sesame Street because I thought it would be cute. This page was a mess, so I covered it up. It's this little ghost because I didn't like looking at it. It was too chaotic. Oh, I did a Meet the Artist, and someone I know said that that is a very accurate self-portrait. It looks a lot like me, apparently. So, that's good to know. I really like the background. That's fun. Yeah, just stuff I carry in my pocket. Or, I don't actually carry my pen with me because it's a fountain pen, and I don't want to leave it upside down for a long time or forget it somewhere weird. But it is a pocket-sized fountain pen. Let's see. This is an idea for a comic. A comic idea I have. I want it to be like a wordless comic, so there's no dialogue. It's like silent. But yeah, I mean, he wasn't gonna look like this. I was just a little bit art blocked. Uh-oh. Sorry. I had some mail. So yeah, it's like a merman gets captured and put on display in kind of Victorian, 18th century, whatever. Yeah. It's just playing with paints. So these are actually meant to look something like me, right? Thinking about like, I don't know, clothes. This one was not meant to look like me, but he kind of ended up looking like me, and it's a little creepy how much he does but also doesn't look like me. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, I bought another pair of those knife earrings. The first pair was a gift, but the second pair was for me. Some thumbnail ideas. This actually became a painting that I think turned out really good. A little doodle. I think just inspired by that one. I made myself a little art challenge because I never draw people in clothes, and I felt like I needed some practice drawing people in clothes. So that's what I called it. I called it the No Nakey Challenge, and I gave myself like style themes for the different outfits. I didn't totally complete it, but I did get most of the way there, and I think that's fine. These were like thumbnail ideas for it, except for that one, obviously. But for like poses that would show off the clothes a little bit better. This one turned out pretty good. I like that one. And this one is like not bad, except that it's so dark and like you can't see anything and it all looks very dark and cold. So like if it weren't for that, it wouldn't be that bad, and I fucked up the hair a little bit. But yeah, that's unfortunate because it is otherwise actually kind of nice. Also, I should have stopped while I was ahead when it came to adding details to the wings. They looked better, a lot more plain. These two are great. These are great. This one is great. I love this one. He photographs terribly. Anytime I paint or draw like kind of medium dark skin, my phone seems to think that is when it needs to start picking up every tiny granule of texture in the piece. So he photographed horrifically. That was really disappointing because I don't think the skin is particularly rough. Anyway, but yeah, I like both of them. I like the tie-dye sweater and his little star, not like wallet chain, belt chain, whatever, it doesn't matter. And I like the hair and the shirt. I think it turned out great. Really happy with that one. Okay, I tried drawing the Muppets from memory and then from reference. Which page do you think is which? This is from memory. That's from reference. This page is worse. This Kermit is cursed. I hate looking at him. He's terrifying. This one's great. This one's bad. Animal is great both ways because he's Animal and he's my favorite. And Gonzo got depression on this page. This was me painting an absolutely hilariously overstuffed bowl of fruit on our kitchen table. There wasn't even room for the avocado. Yeah, it was just ridiculous. So I painted it, and then I painted the individual little fruits over here. I think I just sketched them at first with like a pencil, but then I went over them with paint. And then this page, which got all fucked up right at the beginning. So this was drawing some stuff on my desk, like my mug and my flashlight. I don't know why that was on my desk, but it was. My terrarium, a little plant, desk cleaning brush, and then later this fell out of like a book, an art book I got, and it kept falling out and it was really annoying me, so I just taped it in here and then I like colored them in on top of it. I don't know, it was interesting. These are some animals I drew from reference, and then I outlined my favorites in Pentel color pen, I think they're called. But yeah, I like these. I think they turned out good. And this is Coal Erase pencil. I don't really like Coal Erase pencil. I'll use it sometimes, and I like the colored sketches, but it makes the paper really hydrophobic, and I don't like that because I put watercolor over my sketches all the time. I drew a lot of bugs, but I think you figured that out. So, yeah. This is with the Pentel color pens or whatever they're called. They have a weird name. This is something I did to fill in space, honestly. Some other thumbnails for things I never did. Continuing on the No Nakey challenge, this was the punk one, and then this was stripes. I really like this one. I wanted to do a like lineless drawing of stripes. But yeah, not have any outlines for like the clothes and stuff, because I really like it when people do that. And I think it turned out really good, actually. I was pleasantly surprised by how I could erase the graphite from under the water-based ink, and it wouldn't lift off the ink, but the graphite would come off really, really well. Like, almost none of it was left under the ink afterwards. So that was really cool. That was a really fun experiment. I do want to, my Pentel, oh my god, my fine tip markers, we're gonna call them that, some of them are a little bit dry, and I'm missing some colors. I didn't actually have red for this. This is the pink layered over the yellow. And some of them are dry, but I do want to get the colors I'm missing, because they're really fun to work with. They're a lot of fun, and yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one. They were really cool. Sketching clothes for like world building stuff, some paint swatches, drawing of a character, and then I didn't want the graphite to transfer over, so I put this over it and then traced it with pen. This is Japanese cough drops. My boyfriend's brother came back from Japan, and he had some, and he gave me the last like 3, and so I glued this in to fill up space. Creature design, cat sticker, a page I can't show you, thumbnailing for my Studio Ghibli paints video. I went with that one. I just like broke down a couple of interesting scenes to see which I thought would work for the video. Just broke them down to like their simplest possible elements to figure out which one I liked, and I decided on this one. I think it did an okay job. I didn't do perfect, but I forgive myself. And the No Nikki challenge is still going. This wasn't chronological, like this happened not that long ago, like just a couple of days ago, and this was over a month ago. But yeah, this was, I don't remember what the prompts were. It doesn't matter. I think they mostly turned out okay. I like this one a lot. I think his eyes turned out really cool. Thumbnail ideas, blah, blah, blah. I was rereading Charlie Bone, the Charlie Bone series. So this is the Time Turner, and there was this description of, there's this ruined castle in these books, and it's the Red King's castle, and there's this description in it that was like really evocative to me. I wanted to paint it, so I wrote down the little paragraph, and this is like a thumbnail of what I thought the painting would look like. But yeah, I guess I'll just read it. It was every child's favorite tree, and now it was gone, and in its place there was only a wide expanse of snow and an unbroken view to the ramparts of the ruined castle. Snow encrusted the top of the walls and clung to the uneven surfaces, but the blood red of the great stones stood out ominously in the white landscape. I thought that was a really cool description. And so I do want to paint that. I think it would be a really cool little painting. And I do really like how the Time Turner turned out. This is another pony design. I think it's okay. And then I drew like an actual horse over here, kind of just to fill up space. But I think it turned out all right. Ran out of room for the tail, though. This is an unfinished page, which is uncommon for me. I don't like leaving unfinished pages, but this one was just kind of fucked up, and it kept not being fixed, and I didn't feel like waiting to finish this sketchbook until I'd finished this page. I was done. But yeah, I usually flag unfinished pages so I can come back and finish them. But yeah, I just really didn't want to with this one. Oh, this one. So I painted this like really simple forest background, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with it, but then I decided to paint these guys. It's, this guy is he somewhere nearby? Here he is, yeah. So this guy is this guy. And yeah, so I added these guys. I added like some shadows, some little mushrooms, and some spooky eyes and owls and whatever. And I actually think it turned out really cool because I was initially, after I'd done that, I was like, God, that was such a waste of a page. This is such a stupidly simple painting, but it actually turned into something kind of nice. A little froggy in a raincoat who unfortunately got ink on him. That's a little sad. When my boyfriend's brother came back from Japan, he also brought me some brush pens that I asked him to get me. So I was testing them out on this. It's very textured paper, so they weren't behaving at their best. But it was really cool. They're really fun pens. They're way bigger than I was expecting. Painting someone off of Pinterest. I didn't really sketch that. I just went straight in with paint, and considering that, I think it turned out pretty good, pretty all right. Like, I think it's an interesting picture. His eyes are a little too close together, though, unfortunately. This was another idea, maple bar. I'm not sure I like the colors and the design and everything, but I don't think I like the name or the like cutie mark. I don't really like that. This was from an incredibly weird dream. It was just this like massive statue, and this one was all patinaed in green, like copper that had gone green over time. And then this one was like white marble of this giant moth lady, and the green guy was like really sickly and thin. And then on his shoulders were these two tiny statues, and they were like supposed to be his sons, I think. And one was a centaur with a bow and arrow, and the other one was just kind of sitting there. And they were like in that really old style of statuary where they have those huge creepy eyes and ringlets for the little ones. Really, really weird dream. I got up and I like scribbled this as quickly as I could, and then I did this later so I wouldn't forget. Yeah, that was weird. This is just crayon because I thought I should just do it. Actually scribble down the idea in a little more detail instead of waiting until I felt like actually painting them, if I ever did. This was a portrait. I just kind of like smeared paint on in the vague shape of a face and then went in to do the details with pencil. I like it. I think it's really pretty. I think it turned out really cool. And then this one, yeah, I wanted to paint my Christmas tree. I didn't have the tree up when I did this, but this is kind of a combination of like my daydream of what my Christmas tree would look like and what it actually looks like. So my tree is actually like a wooden tree that I built, and it does look like this. And then my Christmas ornaments are red, gold, and green. And that actually is what the star on top of the tree looks like. It has like feathers around the edges. But I don't have magnificent, fluffy, pink and white feather boas all over my tree. That would be awesome. I don't have that, and I can't afford that this year. So it's like this. This is what we've got. But I do like it. I think it turned out great. I did this like just the other day, and I'm still really, really happy with it. I like the snow effect on the little presents. I think that's really cute. And this is way older than what I just showed you. I wanted to do a spread of like famous cat characters or cats in like media, I guess. So of course we had to have Hello Kitty, iconic. And then we have Luna, I think that's her name, from Sailor Moon. I don't know, I never watched Sailor Moon. I did mean to, I do want to, but I didn't. Garfield, Cat Bus, Gigi, Cookie Cat from Steven Universe, and then we have that cat clock that used to be, I think it's a very retro clock design, and then the Lucky Cat. So yeah, I actually really like these. I really like how Garfield turned out. I think he's kind of perfect. Wow, there are lots of sirens going on. And it's really loud. Okay. Alright. This is a page of me drawing like animals with these really weird crayons I have. They're like recycled from other crayons, so they're tiny little pieces of various crayon colors smushed together into little rectangular crayons. And there's like a blue, yellow, green one, and a more red one. But yeah, I like playing with them every once in a while. Of course, they're just crayons, so they don't like stick or anything, but I do like how a lot of these turned out. I like the tiger a lot, and this little guy is pretty cool. And I like the expression on this lizard. So yeah, I just drew a bunch of animals for something to do, really. I was kind of burnt out with this sketchbook, and I had started slowing down incrementally and filling it up, which is why it took me 8 months. But yeah, so I was kind of trying to find ways to just fill it that were still enjoyable. So I did a blob challenge. This guy is adorable. He's so cute. Wow, it is really dark. Let me see if I can't fix that a little bit. Okay, that's a little better. That's a little better. Okay. Yeah, blob challenge. This guy's adorable. I was. Oh god, I remember which book I was listening to. I was listening to Mark of Athena uh, when I was doing this page. I distinctly remember I was re-listening to that. I love this little guy. It's like forest type Fresno nightcrawler or whatever. Yeah, got this little guy. I've got the Groke. I've got a phone. Got fucking weird little xenomorph gremlin. I don't know, I always thought they were kind of cute. Oh, I love this spread. I love this spread. This spread is great. We've got my angel OC. I love him. He's so pretty. I did him in I did him in a lot of stuff. I did him in pen, and then also gold pencil and rainbow pencil, and I sketched him in cold erase, and then I added some white with white chalk pencil, and then I did all around him in this purple ink wash. So I think it turned out really, really cool. I really love this page. And then I've got the same ink wash over here, and then I've got just some neon green. I had this little blank tag that I wrote "Be Not Afraid" on. Yeah, love how that turned out. Really like this whole spread. I think it's all really good. This I don't know if I should show this spread. Anyway, this spread, this is a character of mine. He's this did not turn out great. He's way more pastel, and he's way warmer of a shade of pink, so I don't really like it, but on the other hand, it's also just kind of fine. It's not that bad. And then this, I don't really know what's supposed to be going on here, because like I know what it looks like is supposed to be going on, but also there is nobody else in the frame. So I don't actually know what the hell is supposed to be going on here. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's an incredible world record being set there. Who knows? I sure as fuck don't. This is a doodle of my boyfriend when he was sitting at the table. I could just like see him really clearly, and he was holding still for once, so I doodled him really, really quickly. He did not hold still long enough, unfortunately. I did this whole like background with leftover paint, and then I was like, what do I even paint on it? I don't know. But yeah, so I did with this like white lily. I think it turned out pretty, actually. I did this right after watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off for the first time. I'd never seen that movie before. Oh my god, okay. So this is where I was trying to like find a way to draw the Moomin characters in a way that's like kind of my style. I don't like to super change what characters look like. Because I don't know, it just stops feeling like those characters to me a little bit. But yeah, at first I did this, and I just thought they looked too old for the actual show. And then I did this Moomin, and that's way, way better. I did Snork Maiden. I made her green like she is in the books sometimes. I did the little dragon. I did a Woodykin or whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called. I did Little Mai with her iconic slut sign. Thingamy and Bob, love them, lesbian icons. I did a new Snuffkin, and this one's way better. Like this one a lot more. It's not perfect, but I still like it a lot more. That hand is not good though. Sniff. I don't like Sniff, but I still feel bad about how bad that is. I was trying to just use the stuff that's in my pencil bag, and I don't actually have a brown pencil in there, so yeah. Anyway, Tuticky, this little guy from the comic, I'd just gotten the actual Moomin book of comics, like the first one of the Moomin Troll comic strip, and so I was like, yeah, and this little guy is in the comic strip. He's not really in the show. I did the house, Moomin Mama, Moomin Papa. I wanted to make them look different a little bit, so yeah, I changed Moomin Mama's eyes and gave her different eyebrows. Like, you can't see Moomin Papa's eyebrows in this, but in my head, he's got like simpler eyebrows like Moomin Troll. And then Stinky. I think I really captured his horrible, evil, stinky gremlin energy. He's perfect. He's absolutely perfect. This is exactly what Stinky looks like. And I hate him. Those turned out really, really creepy. Thumbnailing some ideas. More for that same idea. These roses actually turned out really, really pretty. I really like these a lot. Continuation of that idea. A cat. I think this guy turned out really cute. I actually did him today because I found out I had a blank page that I didn't know about. And I was like, oh god, I need to finish that. And yeah, he's adorable. I really want to start doing more fun stuff like this because, one, it will help me finish my sketchbooks faster, and so I won't get sick of them like I did with this one. But also, like, it's fun. You know, I don't do a lot of just fun art that often, fun, easy stuff. And it, you know, it's because it's easy, I think I tend to dismiss it as not important. But this is like, from a reference, it's still good practice, and yet I don't do it. I don't let myself have fun. So I want to do more of this. He's adorable. I love him. This might be my favorite thing in the sketchbook, but that might just be because he's so recent. Anyway, I was thinking about Christmas. I was thinking of maybe making Christmas stockings this year, but I decided not to. I just don't have the time. But yeah, we didn't have Christmas stockings for like years, which is fucking bizarre. But yeah, so I ended up buying some. And then we have the end. I don't know, I like putting the end at the end of my sketchbooks. It feels like the end of a storybook or like a picture book. So yeah, I did this actually today. I think it looks really pretty. Yeah. So yeah, that's the whole sketchbook. Yeah, this is the end paper I did. That's the whole sketchbook. I really hope you enjoyed that, and thankfully this sketchbook tour went a lot better than the last one, which was a absolute disaster. Yeah, there was not just like 2 weeks or a month between those two. I finished that sketchbook ages ago, filmed that sketchbook tour ages ago, and then I just finished this one today. It took me about, like I said, 8 months. But yeah, if you enjoyed that, please subscribe. If you have any, if you want to tell me what page was your favorite or whatever, you can leave it in the comment section below. And yeah, like, subscribe, notifications, all that stuff. It's all super duper helpful and greatly appreciated. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time.